Good morning, everybody. Welcome to November here in Pallegney, a region of France, somewhere in France. We're currently here on my friend's farm. I'm looking after it until he gets back from his impromptu trip to Canada to take care of whatever it was he was taking care of. But anyways, we're charged today with harvesting soybeans. The day has finally arrived. I think we were last connected in September, where we did some contracts and had a nice lazy day on the farm. Well, I spent October basically doing the same thing, just running around doing contracts. I actually, where is it? It's over here. I bought myself a cultivator. It was on sale for like $8,000. It's a 6-meter working width. And I put this thing to work over the last couple of months, or the last month, I guess, really. October, I did a number of cultivation contracts. I became known as the go-to guy for cultivation. So we're sitting with almost $165,000 right now. So I've invested in this. I'll show you something else that I bought. On tap for today will be the soybean harvest. So I've got a couple notes on that we need to talk about. We have an employee starting today in the farm shop. So we've been quietly producing some cheese in the shop. And now it's time to start selling that. So I did talk to my buddy. He said, "Listen, man, I know our agreement is 20% of whatever you sell, but if you want, just have them sell as they go at the store. And really, this is for simplicity. And we'll set the store to sell and hourly. If we sell anything, then I'll just keep the money. So that'll be good." That way I don't have to separate things. So I invested in the cultivator. I also invested in this container here, so we could move the milk from the cows over to the store. So let's actually do that, because we should have a few thousand liters of milk. So my plan is to continue producing cheese, and then also turn on bottled milk. So we can produce both cheese and bottled milk. And again, early morning collision there. We'll just set both to sell, and we should be fine. I don't think that the finance page, and this is again why I wish we had like a detailed financial statement almost that we could utilize in this game. I should probably put milk in it first. That would help. I wish we had a detailed financial statement so we could see specific line items like, the sale of cheese or bottled milk, because then it would make just basically trying to determine what you're selling over a period of time. It would just make it easier to sort of sort out, because right now I'm sort of faced with, well, if I set the little store here just to sell rather than spit out pallets, which I would then go and sell somewhere else, which makes no sense to me because I have a store. So I should be just selling it in my store. I don't know that I can clearly see what I've sold if I just look at my finance page. Yeah, because I think it would show as like miscellaneous or sold products probably. So if I don't sell anything else, I guess I could potentially... Oh, look, sold milk. I'm not selling milk. I'm selling products. So I don't know. We'll see. Right. Currently, my buddy's like, you know what, just keep the money. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So we have cheese set to storing. We will set cheese to selling. And then we'll also activate bottled milk. And we have that set to selling. So we have 6,000 liters of milk in there now. And we're just putting along making... The cycles per month are very low, so I can assume that this is not going to make anything quickly. We'll take what we can. So I guess in saying that, I don't anticipate being here long enough to even probably produce products out of that 6,000 liters that we have in there. So it's quite possible that I'm not going to see the full benefit of it anyway. So we'll reap a little bit of income off of what's in there now, and then when my friend gets back to his farm, he can sort of deal with the rest, I guess. Let's put... So I did cultivation contracts, and I did kind of like take one little sneaky baling contract. It paid me $1,200. I used this cloth, and I used my friend's bale wrapper here. So I should probably clean it and put it away. Let me put my cultivator away also. Maybe I can just slide this in here with the rest of my stuff. My ragtag collection of stuff. Oh, I have to unfold this in order to be able to disconnect. That's kind of crazy, no? Okay, so let's get this cleaned off. So we have our staff member now up in the store selling product. We have a harvest to do here. So we're going to get on that as soon as I get this cleaned and put away. So in regards... yeah, I don't have to really clean that. I want to clean this though. So in regards to the harvest, we have... so soybeans right now are sitting at about half of their max value. But in talking to my friend, he said, you know what, man, honestly, rather than confusing things and trying to like prepay and all the rest of stuff, let's just sell what we have right now and I'll take my 20% and move on. So it's a roughly $600 and change per 1,000 liters right now. So my 20% is going to result in about $120 per 1,000 liters. So it's not the worst, but you know, we'll just get her done. So as we're carting for the harvester, or maybe I'm doing both. I don't know. We'll see if I can find anybody locally to help me or if I'm doing it myself. But we'll just sell right away. So the other thing, the silage that we had fermenting in the pit is ready. It was actually ready in October, but I wasn't gonna deal with it until we all got back together. I got to figure out a good way to get it out of the pit. I think I have a plan. I should be able to just pick it up with the forage wagon, I think. Okay, we'll just drop that right there. What the hell? Struggling over here. I should be able to just pick up the silage out of the pit with the forage wagon, so that's what we'll probably do. I'm not going to worry too much about that right away because I do want to get to this harvest, because shortly after the harvest is done, the grass fields are going to be ready to mow again, so we're going to have to do some a little bit of juggling. Well, we probably won't have to do much juggling this month, I don't think. We should be able to handle harvest this month and then sell the silage the next month. Yeah, it's a little bit of a juggling act here. Oh, I didn't move that over far enough. Let's see if I can still grab it. Maybe we'll just sort of stash this off to the side here. It's funny that he had the header on the trailer because it wasn't really... Well, I guess maybe he does work for other people too. It'd be weird to have the header on the trailer when you literally, all your fields are right here within reach. Oh, maybe this was not a good idea. I'm not used to... It's been a while since I've had to do any juggling like that. Like this, I guess I should say. So we're going to have to keep track of what we sell today so we can... essentially split the profits with my friend. Well, I imagine I'll probably collect everything and then I'll just cut him a check back for his 80%. So let's fire this thing up. I don't know how much this is going to hold, but I guess we're going to find out, won't we? If I can get straw off this, I'll take it. Which I believe I can, yes. And then we'll probably just take those bales. I think we have quite a bit of straw here already, so we'll probably just take those bales and sell them after. I gotta generate some cash because I need to invest in my future, whatever my future. Well, actually, I should say whatever my future plans. I may have a plan now. So a couple things we're gonna have to decide on at some point here. One, I did find out that, so I had actually put in a call to a local real estate office that was, actually the only real estate office. So I was inquiring about that farm we did the grass work for the other day, because I did sort of was under the impression that it was going to be for sale or was for sale. Anyways, yes, indeed it is for sale. It is a an estate sale, basically. So it's a farm and a little bit of equipment, but nothing to get excited about. So there's not really much to talk about there. But yeah, it's. Well, I think we actually talked about this. You know what? We did already go through this, didn't it? It's about $500,000 in order to make that purchase. So that I ended up doing, like, one of the cultivation contracts was up over near there, and so I had quite a bit of time to sort of look and think and sort of kind of like fantasize about what would it be like if that was our farm, and I really like it. I like that farm quite a bit, so that could be an option for us if we want to stay in the area here. I like the community. I've gotten to know a lot of people doing contracts in the month of October. Great group. So yeah, I could definitely see this being a place we'd spend some time. But I did get a call back from Walter. So if you haven't watched the Saving Uncle Pete series, Walter was the kind gentleman over there in the UK that really treated me more like a son than anything. I met him through doing work for him, really, and then he just became such a great support for me. Him and his wife were very nice. He said get back to him when we roll into December, and then maybe we can even make a trip to go see. But he's got I'm not too sure whether it's a cousin or an uncle, but somebody in the north end of the UK who he's basically just trying to figure out what he's dealing with right now. Somebody had some bit of a gambling problem, it looks like, and they've had to they'll have to have sold their farm off to Walter in order to generate some cash to take care of some gambling debts. They with the contingency that they stay the hell away from the farm from there on out. So I was wondering, I asked Walter, I'm like, well, why didn't you just bankroll them and then they could pay you back? He's like, man, you don't do stuff like that with family. You take the money or take the property or cut your deal and just get out and let them figure it out afterwards, because it never works out. Because he said you can't break your uncle's knees, I guess, if he doesn't pay. Is sort of the rationale there. So, anyways, on that note, so he said that yes, there's likely going to be an opportunity up there if I'd want to take advantage of it. He is thinking that it's about $500,000 investment also, but it was a small. He said I don't want to call it a cattle operation, because he literally just had a handful of beef cattle, but we could probably, if we liked it and we were able to make something work, we could probably make it whatever we want. So the bonus being, so Walter was very happy with our previous arrangement where he sort of basically bankrolled our trip to Poland. Basically, I mean, he fronted us the money. He gave us, I think, 6 months before we had to start making payments, and it worked out very well. So he was happy with that. So he said, if you were short on cash, I just killed some soybeans. If you, meaning me, was short on cash and wanted to make the move to the, I think the area is called Saxlingham. If I wanted to make the move there, then depending on how much money I had, whatever the balance was, he could look at helping me out again. I guess it's a mutually beneficial way for him to park some cash and for me to get over there. So, and then he doesn't have to deal with going to market. But anyways, he's working through some stuff there. He said just keep it in mind, and we'll maybe reconvene when we get in the month of December. And I think it's about a 10-hour drive, so we could potentially, if we've got things kind of quiet around here, we could maybe even go make a drive and see exactly what's going on there. But yeah, so we have a couple choices. We could stay in the area here. We could head back to the UK. I really enjoyed my time in Oakbridge, aka Calmsden. That was a great spot. I just liked it quite a bit. So I haven't done any research on this Saxlingham area, but from what I understand, it would not disappoint. So we've got some options, and we have some stuff to think about as we roll into the future. But in the meantime, we're collecting soybeans right now. So I don't know what kind of yield we're going to get. We're getting close to most of the way through this field, and we've got about 4,000 liters here so far. So I said about $120 per 1,000 liters is roughly what I'm going to get. You know, we're looking at every 5,000 liters is like $600. so I don't think we're going to get mega filthy rich here, but we're going to make some money. Plus, we'll make some money off the straw too. But then we'll have to decide: do we bale it, or do we may just forage wagon it and take it right to wherever we're going to sell it? Can we ferment straw and turn that into silage? Because I think typically straw by itself is not really worth a lot, right? But maybe if we put it in, if we ferment it and turn it into silage, I don't know. So now this will be the third episode that I've recorded before even posting a single episode of my friend's farm. Just work stuff and just things in general have kept it where making any content's been really difficult, and recording any content has also been difficult. I managed to just recently get a couple One Tile Plus episodes out. Really enjoying my time over there, actually, surprisingly. And some of that is we just put in a vineyard. So I'll be curious to see what kind of how that results in income. Do we actually make some money there, and do I think over the long term that it might be worth trying grapes somewhere else? We'll see. I don't know if if we end up going to the UK, I don't know that there is a big opportunity for grape growers there, but we can definitely Google that and see if it's something that regionally makes sense. I wouldn't put in a crop that maybe doesn't necessarily make sense to the area just for the sake of doing it, but we will see. Unfortunately, in a lot of these European maps, regions, whatever, one maybe fortunately if you like it, but unfortunately, because I know at some point here it's going to be a reality for us, but potatoes and things like that can be grown. I gotta just stop complaining about this and just do it. But anyways, let's maybe start with potatoes. So 9 o'clock just hit. I didn't actually look to see if our employee there sold anything. I can imagine they did, because that's sort of how the game works. So I imagine we made a little bit of income. We can always go back and check that out. So if we do move to that northern area in the UK, Saxlingham, then anything we sort of accumulated here, we'll have to determine whether we're selling it. Well, I guess it's going to depend on what maybe that comes with, because apparently there is some equipment that place would come with. Not sure yet what that is, but I guess if we did have an equipment list, then we could decide whether we're going to go through the trouble of bringing some of our stuff there, or whether we just sell it here before we leave. That's something we can figure out. A pretty smooth harvester here. It's nice to see that. My friend had something decent. We don't normally get to use anything overly nice. Well, that's not true. We get to use nice things. It's just they're not very large. I think what we'll end up doing here too is we'll probably make a call into somebody through these contracts. I did manage to use some of the other contract workers that the farmers, they put me in touch with a few people anyways, so that I was able to kind of like almost subcontract some of the contracts in order to get some of the work done. So now I may make a call here shortly to see if I can get someone to run this harvester for me. And then basically I can cart for them, and then perhaps even get a couple other things done. It's a little bit time consuming, running up and down these fields. All right, what do we get to? 6,800 liters on field 1. Not too sure what the capacity of this trailer is, but I guess we'll find out, eh? Holy, look, it's like Farmer Mike's Kloss Farm. All right, so that's only about half full, so that's not bad. We can park this off to the side up here. Might as well just leave everything on, all the lights and stuff on. Okay, let's get this beast into the next field there. Got the sun burning in. I might do a couple headlands here and then call one of those locals to come and help me. They can maybe run some up and downs for us. Then I can start picking straw up off the previous field in between. I guess that's the good thing about soybeans is it doesn't it's worth money, but it doesn't yield a ton of material, so we're not having to make a ton of trips to empty or you know, to go sell it or whatever. There's a co-op apparently not too far from where we are here. I have to look it up to figure out exactly where it is, but that seems to be the strong price currently for soybeans. We're not in the lowest month. I think in another couple months we sort of hit a low point before, I want to say it was like March, where the value spikes. But by then we'll be potentially long gone, if not, you know, right down the road. And then, you know, my friend can worry about whatever. So actually, I got to talk to him too. No, that's right. He was going to let these fields sit until the spring. That's right. We did talk about that. I guess there was nothing I could put in these fields anyways, based on the time of year. It's funny, these crops that, you know, I don't like having my fields sit dormant. So I often look for stuff that I can sort of flip-flop back and forth between grass and whatever the crop is. So that way, you know, while the field would typically sit dormant waiting for planting season, I can be growing grass and then at least get one mow out of it, turn that stuff into silage, and then go back and, I mean, if I'm gonna have to plant seeds anyways, and then I can go and plant you know, oats or whatever. Oats work really well with a strategy like that. I've got one of the neighborhood helpers running the harvester for us, so let's see if we can't get them empty on the way back down. They weren't. I wasn't full yet. I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning up, it looks like. I didn't necessarily. I don't know that I necessarily hired the best worker, but I did hire a worker. In all fairness, it was probably my my headland work that threw them off a little bit. But yeah, we'll grab the 6,000 or 7,000 or 8,000 liters or whatever is going to be in there, and we'll go run that over to the co-op. I gotta find this co-op first, but shouldn't be too hard. That's what maps are for, right? Perfect. It's always nice when this works. So we'll be, yeah, so I mean every 10,000 is like $1,120, I think. Is that right? All right, you know what? Well, we might as well at least let them go up and down one more time before we drive over to the co-op, because it'd be a shame. We've still got room in the trailer, so let's make the most of our time. But I've been looking forward to this day. It's always nice when you get to harvest what you've sown. Now, obviously, we didn't put the soybeans into the field, but you know, we've been kind of like looking after them anyways. Like these soybeans are our adopted child. I was checking my phone, and then realized that the worker was on their way back down. So let's catch up here. Let's fill up and let's go empty this. I don't think I'll fill up. Maybe I will. This trailer is deceiving. It's got a lot more room than I thought it would. All right, let's do it again. Let's see if this is the one. Fill me up, man. I'd have to say that no matter what this came to, we'll just go and sell it. All right, almost 18,000 liters. Okay, let's go make a run to the co-op. Now I'm heading off in this direction like I know where it is, and I don't, so hang tight there. All right, so it looks like actually we're just the other side of the dealership, so let's head this way. Oh, I think I can almost see it from here. I don't know if you can see up on the hill there. You can see the dealership, and then you can see some type of building right past it. So that's where we're going. So this looks like it could be it. We got a nice high ceiling. Let's see. All right, so 11,205 and 770 as the environmental score. Okay, so I wanted to see where things were going. So sold products, we've sold $436 worth of stuff out of the store so far, so that's not bad. But we did get a boost based on the cheese surplus that we had. If I don't sell anything else in between the soybeans, we're going to see 11. So there's the harvest income there, and there's the environmental there. So that's good. While we're in here, you can see we made 20 grand in October doing contracts. I spent, I think, $6,000 or $8,000 on the cultivator. So, let's say I spent 8, so it leaves me about 12, and then I spent like another 2 grand on wages. So I made like 10 grand in the month of October. Not great, but anyways. But yeah, so okay. So I had a pencil and paper here ready to log all of the harvest income, but I guess I don't need to do it if it's going to track it there for me. So then once we're done, we can just add the environmental bonus or the miscellaneous amount to the harvest income, and then we'll figure out what the 80% is that we need to give back to my buddy, and then we'll get to keep the rest. Let's see if this thing will pull my forage wagon. I'm sure straw is going to be like a bit of an embarrassment when it comes to selling, but it's something, right? I'm pretty sure I can't put it in here. I should just collect the tiniest little bit. Let's collect a couple liters. Let's see if we can put it into the fermenting process. Okay, it's not letting me do that. So we'll pick up the straw and we'll figure out where we're putting it. There's enough straw bales on the farm already. I think I should take a look. Well, you know what, we'll take the first load of loose straw and we'll give it to the animals. But I know my friend's got enough straw bales here that really he should be good for a while, even if he's gone. This thing seems to be pulling this, which is good. The only thing is when I'm going up the hill, we might have a problem. Yeah, this thing should fill up quickly. But I am getting up the hill, which is nice, although there's not a lot of weight. Well, we're over a third full, so yeah, maybe this tractor will handle it for us. Some John Deere pulling power. All right, we'll go see how much of this we can put into the cow pen. Then we'll come back and top up and go sell, I guess. I guess that's assuming it'll take anything. Oh, right there. Okay. That was it. There you go, cows. They don't require much. All right, we'll just top up what we just burned, and then we'll go find a place to sell this. I wonder if it's going to be the co-op as well. All right, so it looks like our tractor is making it, or it looks like our harvester is making it around. So before I actually leave, I will double check to see where they're at and to see whether we're going to make it all the way around. I don't remember seeing something saying that the workers 80% full or anything like that. Okay, let's leave this right here. 74%. Okay, yeah, so you know what? We'll give it a second. We'll get all the way around so I can get whatever's in here emptied, and then we'll go find a place to sell that straw. Yeah, straw is not really worth very much. This, I think, is right in town. Yeah, that was the place with all the bales in town. Watching the worker do some crazy things in the corner over there. I think they're just trying to figure out how to handle that corner, but it doesn't look very smooth. What the heck? Let's hope they didn't fill up enough, and then I gotta try to figure out how to access them. We should be okay. Just get up here. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna make a lot of money off of straw. Almost wish there was a way that I could ferment it, but I don't have a fermenting silo. I can't wrap it. I can't put it in these bunkers, so we're just gonna sell it. I'll catch the rest on this pass here. Wonder what they're gonna do when they hit those poles. I don't know if there's collisions on those poles or not. Nope. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that the harvester is empty and that I'm only just picking up what's getting... I'm only getting what's being picked up right now, which is fine. So I'm going to pull off up here. I'll go down to the same spot, I guess. And then maybe if I can catch them each time they go around, at least for this next headland, and then I can follow them on the up and downs. But we've got some straw to go sell right now. And this guy, let's go see what the reality of a load of straw is. 26,000 liters of straw. What's that actually going to get us, I wonder? Not much. I got to untag that place. It's good to be busy doing stuff around the farm here. I'll have to fix those hedges for my friend. This is I swear, ever since I saw this farm for the first time, I wanted to just, work the farm and do stuff around the farm. So this is kind of nice to be able to do some things, even if we're not like, right at the farm right now. We're in the field, but we're doing stuff for the farm. Okay, what's a load of straw worth? So 1123 and 105. Yeah, okay. So it's definitely reading. So our total harvest income is going to be a combination of straw sales and the environmental bonus. Somehow I think I should recoup some of the workers' wages. So like the wages that I paid for contract work, 100%. I should be 100. Like I'm keeping all the money for the contract work, but I think the wages that we have, like so today, basically, I think the only wages we're gonna have are the ones that are paid to harvest, because I'm not doing any contract work today. Sorry, I'm not gonna do any contract work. So I think what we'll do, in all fairness, because I'm keeping 20%. My friend's keeping 80% of the harvest income. I don't know that I should be on the hook for the full, or maybe any of the wages. So I think we'll bill that back to his 80% and recoup what we end up paying in wages. I think that's probably fair. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Now, granted, we're using, for the most part, using his equipment, so we're sort of depreciating his equipment that way, even though this is my forage trailer here. But now it's a forage trailer that I picked up used, so it's not like we can really hurt it too bad. So it looks like the worker has... was that 2 headlands already? So they're doing the up and downs now, it looks like. So I'll have to watch that. I got to reposition my trailer. All right, our worker is almost full again, so we're just hopefully going to get over there and catch them as they turn around so we can get that pipe on this side. But yeah, we're down to the final stretches here. I've been plugging away, picking up straw. Not a fast process by any means. There's quite a bit more still to go, but that's okay. The main thing, though, is that we get these soybeans out of the field, and we're making great progress here. The power lines over there were not a problem. No collisions, so that's fantastic. I managed to get one sort of partial load of soybeans. I think it was about 80%, 70, 80% sold. Just sort of seemed like the right time to do it. I mean, we're obviously not going to fill up on this one, but we'll take everything and then go sell whatever we pick up in this last little chunk here. We'll go sell that together and see what we make. We'll go peek at the finances here in just a second. I just want to get through this pass so I make sure I get this harvester emptied. All right, so the store has sold $455 worth of stuff. We are now into $25,000 worth of harvest income. So that's like, what is it? Every 10,000 is 2. So it's about 5,000. I guess, what is that? $5,000 worth of income so far there. And then another 400, about $5,500 maybe total, I guess. This $1,600 in wage income or wages, that's going to get charged back against the 80% that we pay my buddy. But so yeah, I mean, we're not getting rich, but it's still pretty satisfying. So we'll give that harvester another minute or so to get caught up, and then we'll go sell the last load. All right, we are almost full here again on the straw, so we'll go sell this together. And then by that time, hopefully the harvester is through the rest of the soybeans, and then we can go and sell that trailer load off. Oh, Jesus, always okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Keep on going. You don't have to prove a point by stopping. See, this guy was smart. He saw a tractor coming, so he stopped. Yeah, I think what I'll end up doing is we'll probably get through the rest of the soybeans, get that delivered, figure out exactly what we're looking at for income throughout the day here. I won't make the adjustment right away because I'm going to want to get all the straw sold before I make the payment to my friend. But I'll make sure when I do, you know exactly what happened. But likely, yeah, once those soybeans are sold, that's probably going to be it for this episode. I can see already in the next episode we're going to probably, we'll address the income, so we'll make the payment to my friend, and then we'll likely be running laps with this forage wagon, assuming that I can, I shouldn't have passed this guy, should I? Sorry. Assuming we can run this forage wagon in the silage pit to pick the silage up and then take it and sell it, then we'll be doing that. Can't see why we couldn't. I don't know if it's the smartest idea, but that's okay. We're not always doing things that are smart, right? I realize this straw pickup is going to take, it's going to take some time because, I mean, so far we're not even done the 2 smaller fields yet. And I think the bigger field is, you know, equivalent to more than these 2 smaller fields. So it's going to take me a while of picking straw up. Something I may want to just put a video on and kick back and just get her done, you know. But yeah, I'm kind of pushing hard now because I am itching to figure out what we do for the future. You know, start trying to figure out our own fields, that kind of stuff. So now, I guess if I think about the 2 moves there, let's say something does look like it works out in Saxlingham. Walter goes up, he finalizes this relative's farm, pays out their gambling debts, and you know, it's an opportunity for us. Well, the nice thing is we have access to funding from Walter, right? He'll help us make that purchase of $500,000 or whatever it is. Here we don't really have that same benefit, so it means we're going to have to be working for quite a while longer before we can, you know. I didn't know whether it was discolored here or whether it was actually straw there. But anyways, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is it'll be nice to work our own fields. Looks like our worker is done over there, so let's go peek on that. I'm just going to shut this off, right? Because I think with this, it's funny, I swear that just cut the engine out. Oh. Okay, let's get this last little bit, like I said, and then we'll disconnect and see what the health is on this John Deere. Because right now it looks like the health bar is at halfway, but is that because the forage wagon is perfect? Oh no, we're good. All right, let's get the last of the soybeans out of the harvester. Yeah, that guy did a great job. And then we'll go sell these soybeans and see what the final tally at least is for that, plus the few, you know, loads of straw already. There we go. Okay, it looks like it's going to take all of it, which is good. I was kind of worried there that if some of it was going to get left in the harvester. So we're just going to get this up out of the way, get it off the field. Actually, we could probably put it right here because there's not much happening right here right now. And then let's head up to the grain elevator or whatever that is and see what we're going to get for this. Man, yeah, look at all this straw we're going to be picking up here. That's a pain in the butt. I mean, the good thing is the pickup is fairly wide on that TARDIS, and so it's kind of forgiving. So if you sort of veer off a little bit, it picks it up. It dumps fast, which when you're unloading for money makes lots of sense. When you're unloading into your silage pit, it's pretty frustrating. But it only holds 25,000 liters. So, I mean, it'd be nice to have one of the 50,000 liter forge pickups, but then I don't have anything that would be able to tow that, especially when there's 50,000 liters of whatever inside it. I'd be dead in the water. But yeah, what do you think of the potential plans? Oh God, I'm gonna hopefully get these 3 episodes, episode 1, 2, and 3 now edited and published before I record episode 4. So if I do that, I'd love to hear what your thoughts of the future might be. You know, if an opportunity, if there's a $500,000 option here and a $500,000 option in Saxlingham, and they're both similar setups, similar-ish, except when in Saxlingham we could make a move right away because Walter's going to fund us, but here it's going to take some time for us to save up the money, or maybe we can take a loan. I don't know. You know what? Where would you go? 1 o'clock in the afternoon in game. We got almost a couple $100,000 in the bank, but a good chunk of that's got to go back to my friend. But let's at least see where we're at after these soybeans, and then really it's just straw after that. All right, so what have we made? About $7,000 on our own end here. 37.6 plus 32, so it's about $40,000. So, I mean, call it about 8,000 there, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, not too bad, I guess. We're plugging away here. I don't know what that means for our bank account, how much I'm going to have to take out of it, but I was more looking at what I'm going to get to keep of the total. But anyways, yeah, so again, like I said, I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on our direction here. My intention was really to make this a micro series, a placeholder between Shpakovo and where we end up. Where we end up could very well be here, or it could be a map that I haven't even mentioned, or it would be Saxlingham. So you let me know what you think, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so other than that, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate watching, and I look forward to seeing the comments. All right, see ya.